These videos open the vault on my life in food, drawn from years as a chef, blogger, and food writer. Each episode revisits the kitchens, stories, and flavors that shaped my career here on the Delta, offering a behind-the-scenes look at the craft and culture that define Southern cooking. Today we travel back to July of 2012 for a video I did on behalf of the Dauphin Island Chamber of Commerce. Let's open the chef's vault.
Hi, this is Chef Stuart Reb Donald. I'm at the Alabama Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo in Dauphin Island, Alabama, right here on the beautiful Gulf of Mexico. I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about sustainability as far as the fisheries go, the ecology and the environment with the Gulf of Mexico. But you know, there's a lot of chefs out there that are at the forefront of the movement of sustainable seafood. Rick Moonen, Alabama's own Chris Hastings up at Hot and Hot Fish Club in Birmingham. But today, I'm not going to talk to chefs. I'm going to talk to the scientists, the actual experts that are out there maintaining our fisheries, maintaining our Gulf waters, and let you hear directly from them how important an event like the Alabama Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo is, not just to the culture here along the Gulf Coast, but to the environment as a whole. How important is an event like the Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo as far as gathering information and getting scientific data?
So I would say that the Alabama Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo is one of the most important sampling events of the year for us, because we're able to collect enough samples from many different species that we would not normally be able to sample ourselves.
All right, and y'all sampling both deep water and inshore fish?
We are. So we're sampling the offshore species like this barracuda. We're sampling king mackerel. The Marine Resources Division is sampling red snapper over here. Then we're sampling a lot of inshore species like speckled trout, white trout, kingfish, pretty much anything that you would fish for here.
All right, and what information are you looking to learn from the deep water species?
So for most of the fish, including the offshore species, we want to take the otoliths or the ear bones out because we can get age information from that. So the otoliths lay rings like rings on a tree, and they allow us to sample to get the age composition of the samples that we collect. Okay,
and on the inshore species, what is it? The same information?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same information. Some of the things for the offshore species that we're sampling for, like with the barracuda and king mackerel, are the FDA is sampling tissue for ciguatera and sombroid poisoning, so things that could be of public health concern. So that's for some of the offshore species. For a lot of the inshore species, we're sampling a lot of mussel for DMSP and also for mercury.
All right. And on the inshore species, can you learn anything about those that would also give indications of any problems in the water that would affect, like the oyster beds, the shrimp breeding, any of that?
So as far as, things for public health concern, we can definitely learn from the mercury concentrations of the fish that we might be able to trace through the food web.
Okay. And as far as sustainability, does this help scientists get a handle on which species are in danger, which species are thriving?
Absolutely. So something like this, it's a fishery-dependent sampling. So we're able to sample the fish that fishermen are currently collecting. That allows us to get the composition of lengths that the fishermen are targeting, as well as the ages of the fish. So we can follow those age classes throughout the years, comparing 3, 4, 5, 6 to 10 to 20-year-olds, and look at the health of those fish as they come into the rodeo, because we get fish of all sizes.
All right. Thanks a lot, Chris. Sustainability is one of the new catchphrases or buzzwords that you hear it in the media all the time. You're hearing it on Food Network, you're hearing it on CNN, Fox News, you're hearing it everywhere. A lot of people don't understand what it is, they just know that it's important. With regards to our fisheries, with our Gulf waters, our rivers, our estuaries, sustainability means what we're trying to do is not fish a species to extinction. We're making sure that there's always a healthy amount of those fish swimming in our waters, natural, wild. And it's it's important in an event like the Alabama Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo that we bring in groups from the various sea labs and organizations, because it gives them a chance to sample a concentrated amount of species from all over the Gulf in one spot in a compact time frame. Now, if you want to look for an example here in the U.S., redfish or red drum was almost fished to extinction during the 1980s during the black and redfish craze. Red snapper down here in the Gulf of Mexico had been stressed in the 90s, and it's starting to come back because we're taking care of it. That's what the people that are down here at the Alabama Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo are doing. They're analyzing the fish, checking the data, seeing how healthy they are, seeing what the numbers are. They're able to check generations upon generations to make sure that all the species are healthy, that they're maintaining the proper numbers.
Tail up, right where that crease is, you're going to measure. That'd be like 725, standard. Alright, fork is going to be, let's say about 800. Natural total is going to be 840. And then your stretch, you can either do this way or you can pull that way. It'll be 872. And we'll sex them. Most fish, if you come in from the anus and cut forward, you get to the gonads. See the gonads on the other side right here. That's why I sliced that one. Okay. Trey, what do you think? Sort of has sort of a triangular shape, so that you can feel it. You're going to have a ridge here and a ridge on either side. It's going to have kind of a waxy appearance to it. You know what I mean? The other thing you can do is, if you're in doubt, most females it's going to be very venous. You know what I mean? You're going to see a lot of blood moving in there. And the other thing is it'll be hollow if it's a female. If it's a male, it's going to be solid throughout. Right? Now the scales, you got a 5 kilogram, a 10, a 20, and a 35. Just remember, this one's the only one where you're going to have both kilogram and pounds on it. So I'll just read from the left-hand side. Right? First one, 606. This may work. I don't know. 606. It is number 608. 3.05.
This is just a glimpse of the incredibly important research that is going on here on Dauphin Island. The work that these scientists are doing is paramount in maintaining healthy waterways like the Gulf of Mexico. Without the data collected here at the rodeo, species like redfish, yellowfin tuna, snapper, and especially sharks would all go extinct in just a few years. This is our best line of defense for seafood sustainability.
Hey y'all, Stu wanted me to ask you, he wanted you to hit the like and subscribe buttons. That's not that hard. It's not like you need a really bendy back for that. Just hit the like and subscribe buttons and we'll all be good.